Alright, let's try this again. I'm going to be doing ISA number 7 here. I just got cut off because my videotaping on my phone, because it's easiest to then download it to YouTube. So I'm going to be quick here. Hopefully I deleted some stuff and it won't run out. ISA number 7. So step 1, this is the Hebrew word study worksheet. Comparison and translation. Some of you did fine on this. Others of you don't hardly put enough information and demonstration that you're doing a good job comparing the translations. So again, it shows you're looking for translation differences that may influence the meaning of the word in question. So you're going to want to get a little bit of a range of translations, but you can stick to some of the more literal ones, NIV, ESV, NASB, and then it's always fun to look at the message, but which is actually an awesome translation if you're using it for what it was intended for. Eugene Peterson is a brilliant, brilliant man. So anyway, some of you wrote the verses out, which is helpful. Others of you just kind of didn't really reference anything. I couldn't tell if you put really any effort into this. But I'm wanting to see you demonstrate how certain words are translated, not just the word jealous. Now, in your conclusion, you're going to focus on how the word jealous was used in terms of what you're comparing in the different translations. But in general, I want to see all the differences and nuances in Exodus 25 from those versions. Make sure you're pinpointing those and showing that you're doing some effort there. This is the step 1. Look at the versions. This is something that you'd want to do in your study, and so take it seriously. Step 2: list the verses with comment. So you're going to look up the word in the Strong's Concordance. Most of you are getting that part right. Kind of critical to get the proper Strong's number if you're going to do the rest of the assignment. So if you have any question, most of you, like I said, getting it done perfectly. But if you have a question, shoot that to me. Let me know, and we can make sure you got the right one, because the rest of the assignment is based off assuming that you got that right. And then you're going to list all 6 uses. So there's 6 verses or 6 uses. Some verses may have 2 uses. So you're going to list every use. There'll be 6 uses of the word jealous that in the Old Testament. And you're going to answer these questions for each verse. So how is the word used in the verse in question? Is the word used in connection with any other words? Are there synonyms or antonyms used in the near context? If the word is a verb, is it used in the same tense? So you're going to answer all those questions for every verse that the word jealous is used in, or every use of the word jealous. So Exodus 25, you'll have that. If then you'll have easiest to put the verse, then the 4 questions and answer them, and then the next verse, 4 questions, answer them, and so forth. So step 2 should take a little bit of space to get it all in, but pretty basic there. Then step 3, the categorization of uses. Again, when you perform a word study, this is what I wrote on here, you will want to develop a similar sort of list by categorizing the ways in which the word is used. So you're looking for categories. So how is this word used in the different verses? Oftentimes I use the Logos software, and some of the things I have can pull up almost natural type of categories. If you find that in any of your resources, you can use those, but I'm really wanting you to be able to observe your own categories and make that call for yourself, which is nice, the fact that you're not really using any software for this part of the exercise. Now you'll notice that most of these verses here, if you've done this, I'm trying not to give too many details away. It's hard without assuming that you've done a certain amount of work. But you'll notice in Exodus 25, it says, the Lord your God am a jealous God. A jealous God. You'll notice that a lot of these verses have similar terminology or phrases in when the term jealous, this particular term of jealous, is used. So, but you'll notice that there's probably at least one or two different uses. It's not like that. The ones that are like that are probably going to be in the same category, and which is why in the directions I see there may be only one category in the way the word is used, but ideally you want to find two, and in this case I think you can find at least a second one. And then you're going to want to list the verses that are used in that category for jealous. So you're going to make a category and then describe what that category is. And then that's really important step, because your final step for the comments and summary, you're basically giving a brief paragraph summarizing those findings, and then a discussion which category of use best fits the context. So essentially, with the categories you have, you're then defending why that category is the one that you want to give to Exodus 25 and the word jealous in that context. So out of all the categories of the use, why is it that category? That's really what you're doing in step 4. And if you find yourself reading what you're saying and I think it makes sense, but I could really use some support from a secondary resource, I encourage you, if you want full credit here, you really want to use a secondary resource. Some of you can probably, at least if you make good efforts on the step 3, but it's a little bit, not really sure what it's doing. If you have good secondary resources that help clarify some things in step 4, that'll probably help push you up a little bit. Show me that you're not just skimming through this and trying to get the assignment done, but that you're really trying to do a diligent job of determining if you're going to explain or teach on this verse or on this word study of jealous in Exodus 25. What would the conclusions be, and why would you say that you're confident in the way you got there? So that's basically this assignment. I hope that's helpful, and I will do some more of these videos for other assignments.